Right, little bit of a weekly recap. What actually happened this week? Monday, obviously, Queen's funeral.
It's not funny. It isn't funny.
Why are you laughing at that?
I don't know.
So Tuesday, did we go on Tuesday?
So on Tuesday we had 3 meetings up in London. Well, we did have 3. Unfortunately, one pulled out. Our first one was with a guy named Nadeem.
AJ Chrono, firstly, one that pulled out. Congratulations on your baby and all that.
Hopefully see you soon, Alfie. But yeah, so first meeting was with a guy named Nadeem, who are based in, I think, the JW Marriott Grosvenor, sort of off Mayfair. I gave him a call sort of the week prior. We just sort of he really wanted to sort of get an understanding really of just sort of how marketing works and sort of with advertising and sort of how we could really sort of better his online sales, because we've sort of had quite recent successes with luxury watch stores, and I think he just wanted to have a quick chat just to sort of get a more better understanding of how we work and really how marketing works as well.
Yeah, I think his market is slightly like it's like most other watches as well. It's quite unique. So like overall, he was looking at someone that is over the age of 50. Has a decent amount to spend. If he's a male, they're either buying a watch for himself or something for their wife or spouse. If they're female, they're buying some jewellery for themselves or a watch again for their spouse. So, what's he like? Why?
Carry on.
Come on, what are you about? Carry
I'm
on.
not going there, by the way. I'm not going shit of it. I'm just
You're just fucking jealous.
It just adds comedic effect, does it not? Look, I look funny. Go on, carry on.
I'm fingering someone's ear. I look funny.
It's not really helping the audience right now. Mate. Just keep on going.
But yeah,
This is what I should have fucked off an hour ago. Right, what are we going about? I wasn't there on Tuesday, so this is all you boys.
But yeah, overall it was decent. They've got like a nice little shop, and I think they're just looking to expand. So yeah, that was the first one. That was a good meeting.
Yeah, the first meeting as well, I think, because he said he sort of spoke to marketing agencies over like the past 2-3 years, and the ones that he spoke to, they never really sort of explained to him like how marketing worked, which I think for both of us is like, I don't know, it's like a bit bizarre how these marketing people can go and speak to him and not actually go in depth or really make him understand how the marketing services work, which is sort of why it's put him off work with agencies before. And then so all he really needed to hear was how marketing actually worked, which obviously you sort of done a great job at.
Because I also think overall, if someone's spending money on marketing, you're a business spending money on marketing, you should be getting money out of it. Like no one, realistically, unless you're a non-for-profit organisation, no one's running a business to not earn money. If anyone says they're running a business for any other reason, realistically they are lying at least somewhat, because
of course you don't fucking run a business for the fun of it. You do it because you want to make
do
money.
it for the fun of it as well. But overall, you're looking to earn money.
I mean, you want to enjoy what you're doing, but you're doing it because at the end of the day, you're going to make money.
Like you look at Jeff Bezos, right? Actually, no. Let's go China. The largest concrete manufacturer in the world is Chinese. I guarantee he doesn't love concrete, but I guarantee he loves the money that comes from concrete. So right? And I think that's just a key thing to put across to a lot of these brands, is they actually want to earn money rather than just sitting there doing stuff for the sake of doing it.
I feel like we've heard it a couple of times as well. I wasn't there on Tuesday, but I feel like we've heard a couple of... I definitely have on my phone calls. I think you have, Dan, as well. I don't know why this thing is coming up about people, we've worked with marketing agencies before, they haven't really told us how it works. Like, what? I don't understand why that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to seem like we're the only agency in the world that does this, because obviously there are a few others. But if you're not explaining the process to your client, what are you doing? Fundamentally,
surely isn't that sort of the first thing you'd actually speak about?
It doesn't matter if you've got 50 steps as well. Just say it.
It doesn't make sense. Like at some point, even if they're not asking how does it work, you should be saying, do you want to know more about what we're doing, or do you have any questions about how it works? Like, I don't know. Obviously, we're not the only marketing agency in the world to explain what we're doing, but it's a common thing that we're hearing is that people aren't telling them what they're doing or how it's going to work, and I don't expect... Well, obviously you haven't got the business from it, so how do you expect to get business from it if you're not saying what you're doing and explaining what you're selling to somebody? I just don't know.
But yeah, I think after the meeting with Nadeem and sort of how his business runs and sort of the type of person Nadeem is. I think for us specifically, sort of is sort of an ideal client really. You know, e-commerce, sells watches and jewellery. We've had great success with it. He's sort of, you know, sort of quite upfront and straight to the point. And I think sort of in any business that really is sort of your ideal client. And you know, we had the chat with him on Monday. He wants us to get sent over the proposal today, and then we're going to have a follow-up meeting with him on Monday. So hopefully it'll be sort of quite a quick turnaround, and we can get to producing him sales.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, what did we do on Wednesday?
What did we do on Wednesday?
Wednesday, you had all your calls with.
Oh, I stayed with Matt Harris as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man behind the camera, yeah. That's Matt Harris, yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was saying.
No, that was pretty good. That was a good day. Like overall, I think. So we recently, bit of context, backtrack a little bit. Partnered with an agency. You know, project started off with one thing, ended up another. I won't obviously name the agency. Overall, everyone's lovely. But yeah, like, you know, had a few meetings with the account managers, understanding their clients' processes and things like this. Obviously, it's a lot different to us because we are a slightly newer agency. Also, we don't have as many people, but we also operate on a completely different realm. I think we don't, you know, really track in the university sector at all. But like overall, yeah, went really, really well. Had meetings with all the account managers, lovely people, learned about the clients. That was great. What did you guys do when I was doing that? You were obviously just doing your own thing for the day. I think you made a couple of calls and things.
Wednesday, yeah, just made a few calls. Oh, Marcelo from I spoke to him on Wednesday.
Nice, how'd that go?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good chat, about 15 minutes long. Spoke to him about what he's like looking to do. So he already works with a social media manager. I think he said there was someone who runs like Facebook and Google ads, I think. But he's still looking to promote like other services he offers. So actually sourcing watches for people. He wants to sell more watches. And he's open to meeting to see how we can get involved as well. So he spoke to him, and that's another, you know, ideal client for us considering like the sector we're focusing on. And yeah, that was the highlight of my day.
Nice. What about you?
Yeah, Tuesday I was just in
Wednesday,
the office. Wednesday I was just sort of sat making calls. I booked 2 appointments in for Monday. Obviously we can't sort of name names, but yeah, I got 2 for next week. Hopefully they go well. Same again. Just watch shops that we've sort of mainly been focusing on the past couple of weeks, and yeah, just hopefully all goes well.
Yeah. So and then Wednesday in the evening we went up to Canary Wharf to meet Harris. Obviously won't say where he lives because that's a bit weird, but like overall that was really good. Like it's nice meeting like-minded individuals. To be honest with you, hopefully you guys get to meet him soon. Like ideally we go up to London and have a couple of drinks or something like that. But yeah, like overall it's nice meeting like-minded individual. Really nice guy. You can pop his Instagram up on the screen if you want.
Harris's Instagram is literally right here.
But if anyone has any money to spend and wants to source some nice watches and things like that, yeah, go speak to Harris. We'll pop his Instagram up. And yeah, just overall nice meeting some like-minded individuals. Today. Thursday, sorry, yeah, my bad.
That was yesterday.
What did we do? I feel like
Yesterday.
No, Thursday we were just sat in the office, weren't we?
So yesterday looked a lot like this for the entire day. Calls being made, proposals being written for, you know, the previous few days of the client meetings that you had.
About it.
No, I am excited.
Lots of plans though.
Lots of plans.
A lot of stuff in the pipeline.
Yes,
a few
yesterday
stuff
was
fell
like,
through.
yeah.
Well,
Yesterday
what we thought was falling through, but then it.
That's true, actually. But what we thought was falling through actually wasn't. It was, you know, it's still there, rescued. Wasn't really rescued. Nothing happened to it. Don't worry.
I think we learned a lot of lessons from that as well. I think,
Yeah.
especially over sort of, you know, the last week or two. You know, as a startup, I think it's been going quite well, sort of ever since we started. And yeah, the last couple of weeks, you know, unfortunately, like most businesses, we've had deals fall through, or we've had a deal that we thought was going to fall through. And I think it's sort of, you know, you sort of want to use the phrase, you know, you sort of want to learn from your losses, and I think we really have. Just not get excited about it until sort of the deal's actually over the line and done with. And yeah, I think it's just sort of a good experience to sort of learn from, regroup,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then just crack on from there. You know, today I booked an appointment, Keelan booked an appointment, so it's just about how you bounce back really. You know, you have a single swim, and I think with us guys, you know, we have no other choice but to swim.
Exactly, and like I think the benefit we have from all having a sales background whilst having our own business is obviously we're all excited and it's all the thrill of the chase and we want to get money in the bank and clients across the line, but there's this, we know about not winning every single client and not every call going the way we want it to, and don't chase and replace them. Obviously nurture your pipeline and look after the people that have potential of being your clients and look after your clients. But a lot of people, if they lose, it can crumble them, and that could be loss of anything. But especially in sales and having your own business, you're very much in control of, you need money in the bank because you need to stay afloat, you need to keep the lights on, the bills paid. Yesterday with the thing that could have potentially fell through, which is a really valuable client to us, of course we're a bit bummed about it because it's a bit stressful when something like that happens, but we could have been bummed about it for a week. It could have really ruined a lot of time for us. But yeah, I think like Dan said, we've learned a valuable lesson from it. It is all about sort of bouncing back from it, keeping the pipeline alive. You're going to get no's, you're going to have losses, but at the end of the day, the wins make it all much better, and you need to keep focusing on the wins and doing whatever you can to make sure they happen. And if they don't, on to the next one.
Yeah, when you get knocked down, stand back up straight away, and that's, I think, what we've done is, and overall, I think it's just upfront and honesty, right? We were very honest with this person at the end, just said, look, we're not equipped to actually deal with some of the stuff that you were wanting to deal with, and they came back and went, actually, we still want to work with you because actually you can do stuff really well that we're looking to do. So, overall, I think it's just about upfront and honesty. I think that's the whole thing with business as well, is, you can't bullshit your way through life, and it's the same with business. You can't bullshit your way through business, and I think ultimately, if you take that approach with it and just, we don't go to clients, we don't go to prospects going, oh yeah, we've been in a marketing agency for 10 plus years, we've been doing nuts. I was fucking 12 10 years ago. I'm not going to say that to a potential client, but ultimately, I think it's, you look at it and you go, look, we're only 4 months in, we've dealt with these people, we've got this amount of clients, we're doing this amount of money, we perform for everyone that we've worked with, do you want to work with us? It's upfront and honest, they know exactly what they're getting into, and I think they go for it towards the end, and I think that's why we managed to save that sort of deal. But yeah, Thursday was an emotional day. It was nice though, because we also got to plan a bit of content as well.
But yeah, sort of as my great mate Rocky Balboa once said,
It's a close mate of yours.
It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. Because that's how winning is done.
Yeah, I think you see over the next couple of weeks, guys, like there's going to be a massive amount of content coming through, and I want to sort of take a little bit to sort of say to like people like Alex Hamazi and things like this, listen to their videos and what they say, right? Because if you adopt these things that multi-millionaires and billionaires are doing, naturally your business will grow because it's stuff that they've done, they've implemented, and it's actually worked for them. And for us, I took a message that why should we release content on just one platform willy-nilly? Why don't we up the amount of content that we're doing on that platform, spread it across all the avenues, and we'll grow. At the moment we're getting anything between 4,000 and 10,000 people view our stuff per month. And ideally if we times that by 50, which is realistically the amount of output that we're going to see, you're going to see.
It's going to blow up.
It's going to blow up
massively.
You times that by 10, we're at 40,000 people. Times that by 5, we're at another 250,000 people. It's a crazy amount of people that are viewing our stuff, and I think that's the main thing.
If you're watching this a little bit later, from the 26th of September, look at the consistency and the quality of the stuff uploaded on all of our socials. Just a little time frame reminder sort of thing. But
ideally Instagram. I think that's where we're trying to target.
Yeah, definitely. Instagram's not doing too bad at the minute. We've been a little bit inconsistent, but I think we've just had a lot on our plate. But thanks to Dante and the schedule we have now from the 26th of September. So if you are watching this later, there's loads of content up till now. We've been really consistent across all our channels, and that's it's a little bit. I don't know, ironic really, because we haven't been, but I think it's because we've been focusing a lot more on building pipeline and looking after other clients. So.
I think we had a prospect say that to us the other day though, that how can you sell social media when you're not consistent on social media? But I think for us at the time it was a different strategy.
It's a good objection.
Yeah, absolutely it was.
It absolutely is
as well.
Yeah, no,
you can't blame
absolutely.
them for saying that.
But I think as well, when you look at it that way, for us, our strategy changed up a little bit. We're not an e-commerce brand. That specific client was an e-commerce brand, and I think for them it's more about consistency, constantly uploading, constantly getting their products in people's faces, and also understanding that that's their brand. Whereas for us, we had to have a change up in strategy because we were having sort of we were spending too much time and emphasis on actually posting on social media rather than getting to our clients, doing the work and that sort of thing. But that comes with time, right? We learn from our mistakes. I think like Dan said earlier on. So you know, like
it's just about balancing it, really. Isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously that's something we're learning more as we go along. You know, I think it's not really like, obviously it's like not a mistake, I don't think, because things just kind of got in the way. Not bad things. Obviously, we need clients and we need to nurture our clients more than at the time we needed to nurture ourselves, because we needed to grow and get money in the bank and get a clientele and case studies. So now we have a proper structure, thanks to Dante, like 100% definitely, because we have a schedule and he's edited loads of content. We have loads of things we can upload and recycle across all of our platforms. Yeah, I mean, that won't be an objection again. Like
what's so funny? Why are you laughing? It was actually a really good point, emotional point, and you just gone and ruined it.
It's like they'll fucking come down with me. What a sad little life, Jay. Take this money.
Get off my property.
You have all the grace and decorum of a reversing dump truck without any wheels on.
There you go, guys. You're learning about what we look at in our free time. Bit of come down with me.
Anyway, fuck my point.
Guys, soon you're going to sort of see more consistent of each of us, you know, sort of in a month's time. Let us know who you want to see more of. Let us know who you don't want to see more of.
Probably not you.
And we'll just kick them out.
Yeah, not you.
Just get rid of them.
You heard the man behind the camera.
Oh, just very quickly, actually, let's recap Friday, because today's been a fucking awesome day, hasn't it?
Same, man. Friday.
Yeah, today's been a great day. Friday's always a good day, but today in particular was fucking sick. We had a really good day.
Yeah, started off obviously. We started about 9:30 because obviously you're going back home.
Well, I came in at 11, but whatever.
But yeah, we had a lot to do today. I think we were planning on doing a lot of admin and a lot of proposals for a couple of clients. But yeah, today turned out to be a really good day. Obviously, the client or the agency that I spoke about earlier on that we were potentially partnering with, as I said, I think we got off on the wrong foot and understood things at a different angle. But actually, after being upfront and honest, they came back to us and said, you know what, like, thank you for being honest. Now we're happy to give you a project by project stuff, which was really nice. And then we also had a meeting earlier on. I'll let you recap that one.
So, was it earlier this week? It was last week, actually. So I found some details of this guy in this company on Bark. It's like a lead generation app. Go and check it out if you're a business looking to get leads. So found his details, called him up. So basically what he's looking to do, he's a buyer, so buying antiques, you know, rare items, watches, jewellery, books, clocks, things like that. And he's just set up his business quite recently, looking to advertise it. So I had a call with him, really nice guy, we had a great chat, got along really well. Today we had a meeting, Jordan, myself, and the client, potential client now, most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
Really nice guy. We spent about an hour and a half with him. We met at a bar, had a couple of drinks. We were talking to him all through the process, finding more about him, you know, his business, background, what we do, how we can help, benefits, costs, you name it. It's a fucking awesome meeting. We had a really good time. We had a laugh. Like, it just felt like pretty natural, didn't it?
Yeah, had a couple of pints, just sort of like really casual place.
It was good.
If any of you want a really good meeting spot, Borelli's in Farnham, give a little shout out to them. Cause
Yeah,
nice.
it was nice. Like time we went, it was quite chill there. Like, we just sat inside, really good meeting spot, had a great chat, and like, yeah, I think that, mate, really good meeting for a Friday. So potential to, you know, have a really nice client on board with us over the weekend. You know, wanted to go ahead quite imminently. You know, SEO, paid advertisement, managing
Probably starting on Monday, yeah.
Yeah,
actually.
Exactly.
Sounds like it'd
three
be
different
sort of the
platforms.
start of a long-lasting client
Yeah,
relationship.
definitely.
Well, I mean, we got at least the
Definitely.
next 3 months to sort of show what we can do, and you know, from there, if we obviously perform, then you know that's the main thing.
That's it. You know, we like we said to the client and a few of the, especially the high ticket item sort of product or service providers. You know, we all have sales backgrounds, and we're all in this to market the business so they make money, but we want to make money as well. So that's why we're targeting this certain sector and taking royalties from the high ticket items or services, because, you know, the more we can make for them, the more we make for ourselves. So we really do look after each other, you know, and complements itself very well, sales and marketing, especially the sort of structure and the niche and the sector we're looking at, because, you know, everybody's here to make money. Our clients, us, and that's why we're looking at certain businesses, because what we're doing is quite successful and it's working quite well. And
I will actually say as well, actually that sort of leads on to a nice little point. So like, why is it, so everyone has an ideal client. I think some people are afraid to admit it, but actually why is it that people have an ideal client, and why is it that you should specifically target them? Like, we found our ideal client at the moment, but sort of what is the criteria for that?
Yeah.
I don't think you should look at it from a value perspective of, okay, we're going to get 10k a month out of these guys guaranteed, that's an ideal client because there's a lot of money. No, that's actually not the reason. An ideal client is technically a like-minded individual, but also who has the same set of core values as you, who's happy to spend the time, invest in you as people, and fundamentally, from there you grow together. And ultimately, I think that's sort of the main thing, is when you're searching for that ideal client, just see if there's someone that you could deal with on a regular basis. And my top tip is just stay away from people that you think are going to cause problems, because ultimately, if your business is going to be halted by people that cause problems, you're never going to earn money, you're never going to grow.
That's it. Remember that. You get to choose who you work with. Obviously, you want to make money, but you do get to choose who you work with. Is a problem client worth the money? Not necessarily all the time. If you can deal with the problem, sweet, but remember that. You get to choose who the fuck you want to work with, regardless of the amount they're paying you. I don't have to work with these bastards, but I like to. And you get to choose that with whichever client you take on board.
But you also booked an appointment today, sort of leading on for that meeting.
Yeah, what did I book? I don't know. I think he installs sort of windows or panels or whatever. And I think he just wanted some help with SEO. He's got a Google Ads guy helping him out at the moment, and he said he's sort of brilliant. And he's at quite a good price as well. So he just said there's no point me even trying to sell him on that. So hopefully we can just get him in on SEO for probably ideally for about 6 to 12 months. And then also, I think social media he wants a little bit of help with before. I think he paid quite a lot last time with the agency he worked with. So I think if we can get him at a better price and also with a better sort of quality standard, and also within the specific time frame, I think he'll be quite happy to work with us. So I think we've all ended the week on a high, so I think it's just carrying it on till Monday, then the week after that, and so on.
Yeah. That's sort of like a little weekly recap for you guys. I think that's about it. I think we don't want to ramble on about nothing. So
no, I think we've said all we need to say. Monday to Friday,
it was a good week. Yeah, especially as I think it's like a four day week in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, business owners, you pretty much work every day, but 4-day week in the grand scheme of things, it was a nice little round after the week. A great week visiting some people up in London. If you are based around Mayfair, Regent Street, those sort of places, and you're selling luxury goods, we would like to get in contact with you. So just let us know.
Not just Mayfair and Regent Street.
Obviously anywhere, anywhere.
I mean, what we do is global, but we spend a lot of time up in London. So for convenience and killing two birds, if you will, 100%. If you're around that sort of area, definitely reach out. And also maybe we should ask a question to sort of end it off, just to maybe get a bit of sort of interaction in that.
Yeah, I think the question for next week, and I think if we sort of left this here, what would be a nice question to ask, and we sort of answer it next week, see what you guys can come up with. Here's the thing. If you were to speak to someone and have a first introduction meeting, what would be the top 3 questions that you need to ask in that introduction meeting? And we'll give our top 3 at the start of next week's thing. But top 3 questions that you should ask in your first ever meeting and in your intro meeting. And we'll give our own little responses. I think it's different for each person, but there are a couple of ones that you should ask. I think would be quite good. So I think
questions that will sort of impress your client or impress your prospect, for them to sort of sit back and think, wow, okay, these guys are the real deal, or they are really interested about taking my business. So it's just about impressing and being confident, really, at the end of the day.
So other than that, we'll sort of leave our socials below. So go check them out. We will be growing quite rapidly. We are growing quite rapidly. So make sure you are paying attention to the socials, because there's quite a lot coming out at the moment. As I said, from Monday the 26th, I don't know if this will be uploaded by then, but Monday the 26th is when we're going on a massive content stream. So obviously just have a look from then. If you're 3 weeks down the line, it doesn't matter, but 3 weeks down the line is still going to be quite a lot of stuff that you can watch. We'll be releasing a lot of tips as well, so if you are sort of in the zone, or you're a salesperson, you're thinking of starting your own business, your company, whatever it might be, have a look at the videos, because you'll get a lot of tips from us. We are quite a young age though, so if you've got any information to chuck us in the comments, please do, because we'll learn.
Yeah, definitely. If we can add value to you, great, but there's probably so much value that business owners or older people or whoever you are, you probably add a lot of value to us. We're still learning, so we're happy to talk to everybody. That's what it's all about. Message us, call us, whatever. You know, let's all get involved with each other and yeah, let's just get the ball rolling and take it to the moon, sort of thing. So,
but yeah, other than that, guys, thanks a lot. So see you next week.
Cheers, guys. E-TOTO to the moon.
See you later.